Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to GP Outdoors. It is a stunning fall morning today, just gorgeous outside. And we're going to be heading down to neighbor Guy's meadow. If you take a look way back here in the background, you'll see a whole stand of dead standing elm. They've been dead probably for about at least 3 years or more. Husky Bob and Guy have already gone at it, but there's still a lot left to fell, buck up, and get up by the wood splitter. The fall is truly my favorite time of the year. Right around mid-August, right through to the end of October. You kind of get out of that stifling heat of July. The temperatures are warm, but they cool off, especially at night. And it's just such a picturesque forest. And every day it's like the forest changes right before your eyes. But I think today's video, for the most part, we're going to be back in the end of that meadow. We're going to be trying to haul those logs back up to the woodshed beside the splitter, just as we've been done now for the last couple of years. So I'm going to fire up the tractor, get my 462 out, sharpen up my chain, and we're going to head out to the forest. I hope you'll stick around.
Sorry, is the tape on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Gord, but the chain's on backwards. That's how he beats me. That's how he plans to beat me.
That is too hilarious. You might have noticed I'm sporting some new gloves here around the wood stack for the next couple of months. It's made by a company called Cutex. They're out of the US, I think. They may be imported like most gloves are, but they sell them. I picked them up at the Arborist store, Universal Field Supplies. That's a store we've got here in Canada that serves the forestry industry, arborists, loggers, etc. They told me this was one of their most popular sellers to the arborist community. They're kind of a fabric glove, polyethylene, nitrile coated. They've got impact resistance. They're an ANSI 2 rating on impact, and they're an ANSI A3 for cut resistance. A3, not super great, but according to them, good for working with wood and those kind of things. My search for a great pair of kangaroo or buffalo skin gloves still continues. A lot of options out of the US, but not many here in Canada, and the few that I'm finding, as far as buffalo skin, I don't really like. As far as kangaroo skin goes, there's no chance of finding a pair, so I've taken that off the list and I'm focusing more on buffalo. Not that goat skin's not a good quality glove, but I want to try the buffalo because I think the buffalo hide is much stronger and will be able to withstand firewood and the things we do here better. So I'm going to continue that search. But in the meantime, I'm going to start using these full time, see how they do as far as handling firewood for the next couple of months, and work around the property. I think I'm definitely starting to get the hang of this new grapple. Just it's got different angles and it grabs just a little bit differently than my old one. Not only am I getting a little better at grabbing multiple logs and picking them up out of the ground and filling that grapple so I can make the most of every trip back to the log trailer. You'll see when I'm in the log trailer, I kind of stumbled on a different way of doing it. With the older grapple, I found it tended to work if I got up, opened the jaws of the grapple and came up from on top of the logs and then closed the grapple to grab my logs. This one here seems to start to work a little better, and I can get more logs off the trailer when I go at the side of the logs. So I basically tilt the lower jaw down so I can get the lower tines underneath a log that I see kind of in the middle of the pile. And then I start to push gently and I curl up at the same time. And that tends to kind of draw the log up into the grapple and allow me to then curl forward, close the upper jaw in it, and grab a few logs at a time. You'll see it here. As I'd mentioned at the beginning of the video, those elm trees have been dead standing for years, and you can tell these things are bone dry. They're going to make for some great firewood for this season. So when we split them, we'll make sure we stack them up by the boiler right out the front. I got to tell you, if I had done that on purpose, that would have been a pretty funny prank on Husky Bob. His Husky broke again, so they were inside fixing it. But I actually accidentally put that chain on backwards. I didn't do it on purpose. We were having coffee and chatting this morning as we were sharpening our saws, and I don't think I was paying attention. But it was pretty funny. I think we're wrapped up for the day. As you saw, it was kind of more of a cleanup day. Husky Bob and Guy have been back in the forest the last day and a half or so, and those are the first elms and the trees that they had fallen. We got 4 trailer loads out today, stacked up and ready to go here by the woodshed. And probably tomorrow we'll go back at those others dead standing and get them felled, bucked up, and bring them up here as well. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the fall weather and the pretty colors. Have a wonderful week with your families. Please be kind, and I'll see you again right here. I'm Gord Potter, and you've been watching GP Outdoors. Cheers.